So if I switch back to Postman now, and if I hit the API, first let's see the customer. Can you see the data is masked? Correct? This is what we want, right? Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you how we will be masking the PII data. PII stands for Personal Identifiable Information. First, let's see why we should be masking the data, right? It's good to know why we are doing it. So let me open ChatGPT and let me just ask, why should we mask PII data? Explain it in a minimal manner. Let's see. See, these are the reasons, right? It's protecting privacy, it's reducing risk, and also data compliance, and also limit exposure. So, generally, it's always good to mask the PII data. Why? With example, let me tell you. Suppose you make a withdrawal of certain amount from your bank account in ATM, you get a text message saying this much amount has been debited from this account number. And also the account number will be mentioned where other than last few digits, everything is masked. By chance, if someone takes a photo of it, or they might note it down somewhere, there is a chances of misuse, right? They might do forgery or like there are plenty of scams, right? These days, we all know, right? So it's always good to master PII data. It might be your password also, Aadhaar card number, phone card number. I mean phone number. In fact, PAN number. There are plenty. So it's always good to master PII data. Now, no, before that, let me show you the skeleton which I have designed for now. See, this is my application. Okay, Spring. By the way, I'm using tech stack like Spring Boot, MySQL, and also tools like this is the IntelliJ IDEA, and I'm using Postman. It's very simple. Okay. See, this is the application. First of, let me show you the entity. This is my customer entity. This is my customer entity. This is the private key. I mean ID. This is the name, phone number, and club card number. These two are my PII information. Okay. So I want to mask phone number and club card number in this case. Before that, let me show you. Let me run this application and show you what exactly I'm doing. This is I'm using Spring Data JPA here. This is the service. There's nothing much here. It's basic. Okay. API/v1/customer. It will give you all the customer details. API/v1/customer with a path variable ID. It will give you a specific user. I mean, with a specific customer with that ID. Okay. Application properties. I'm loading first time, no, data.sql. I'm inserting it like this. Okay. This is MySQL. And here, since I have run it before, so I made it never. If you are doing it for the first time, make sure it's always. It's running on default port 8080. First, let me run this. I'll be showing how it's exposed and how we should take care of. Yeah, it's running. It will take few seconds. Yes. I think it's up. Yeah, it's up on port 88. You can see here, right? Yeah. So if I hit, this is the Postman. I have made a collection of code which and there's two endpoints. Get all customer will give you all the customers, and get customer will give you a specific customer with ID. Can you see here, which is highlighted? No, this is what I'm saying. Exposed here. No, suppose you are giving this to someone, if it's production data or something, they might easily like use this data for some forgery or whatever it is. No, this is not right. So there will be a data compliance. If you work in a larger companies, you will get to know why you should not expose these things. For time being, let's just fix this. Okay. See here, it's exposed. No, even this one also. So what we want is only last 4 digits. Let's make it visible, and remaining thing let's mask with the X or something. Okay. Asterisk is fine. Okay. For that, again, I'm switching to IntelliJ IDEA. Now we'll start coding it. I have created one new branch called YouTube_CWC. Okay, here inside utility package, I'm creating an annotation called mask data. This is my, just a sec. My caps lock is not working. Yeah. Mask data. We all know, right? How we can create our own annotation. First, we should tell the target. Are you? Hey, my caps lock is not at all working. What has happened? Not caps lock, shift. Okay. Okay. Target. We should share. We should say it's either like field level or method level or class level. So I'm using it in field level because this is where I'll be using the annotation right here and also right next to here. Okay. So retention. We should tell the retention. Are we using this annotation at runtime or compile time? Since we are using this during serialization, it will be always runtime. Okay, perfect. Now we are telling JSON serialize, and we are having our own serializer. We are overriding the default serializer. Okay, here. So using, we'll create our own class called PII height serializer. Let me copy this. Okay. Before that, this is the meta annotation for Jackson. This is mandatory. Okay. You know, right? What meta annotation? Okay. If you don't know, just tell me. I will be explaining you that also. PII height serializer. Let me create this class. Okay. This will extend JSON serializer. I should come from faster xml.jackson.databyte. Okay. And we should override a method called serialize. There is a method called serialize, right? Yeah. Showing what? This is a generic one, not a problem. Okay. For our convention, instead of all, let me name it as value. Okay. Value. First, we'll convert everything to toString. In this example, it's already string, right? This two not a problem, but still, I'm doing it in a generic purpose. So yeah. Dot replace all. Here, regular expression. Here, the replacement string. Okay. What we are doing it. This is very important. See, I'll be explaining why I'm doing this. This is the regular expression. Okay. What it says is replace all the characters with X except last 4 digit. That is what it means. Okay. Yes. Now we'll write that too. There's a method called write string. Yeah. First, let's capture this in a variable called, let's name it as data. And let me pass the data here. Okay. Now, see, let me explain you what's happening here. This is the mask data, right? Custom annotation. I want these things to be masked, right? Mask data and mask data. What's happening is, whichever the field has this mask data, don't use a don't use a default serializer. Use my custom serializer, which is PII height serializer here. While serialize this instead of the default one. That's all it does. Okay. So now if I rerun my application, is it up? Yeah. So if I switch back to Postman now, and if I hit the API, first let's see the customer. Can you see the data is masked? Correct? This is what we want, right? Even if I hit this endpoint also, perfect. See, nothing is exposed here. Only last few digits is seen, right? You can verify using that. So not a problem. So it's always good practice, okay, to mask sensitive data. Even in logs also we need to, that we can configure using logback XML. If you need, let me know, okay? I'll be explaining you that also in the future videos. I think this one is done, I guess, yeah. I'll be mentioning you the code in the GitHub link in the description. You can check it out. I'll be coming up with a new video very soon. If you like it, no, do like and share and subscribe, okay? Thank you.